Stand in our way, and our golden age has just begun.
This is Human Events with Jack Ciattarelli.
Now it's time for everyone to understand what America First truly means.
Welcome to the Second American Revolution.
All right, folks, we're back here. Human Events Daily, Real America's Voice. And guys, I got to tell you something. Yesterday, I was on the road. I don't even know how long I was on the road. I was on the road all day. I had to drive all the way up to North Jersey and back. And this month, I've been back and forth across the country more times than I can remember. And the fuel that keeps me and the show and the work going is Blackout Coffee. Let me tell you something right here. I got these great new mugs, by the way, from Blackout. And I had to steal these from my kids because they love the mini mugs so much that they've been grabbing them for like their tea and everything. It's got the bottom. They love the designs. So I had to grab these from the kids. Now, they did leave me, of course, the nice tumbler. So we got the tumbler, and then we also got the mini mug. But the mini mugs, my kids keep stealing on me, which is terrible. Folks, it's terrible because they like them too much. Don't worry, they're not drinking coffee yet. One day perhaps, but that'll be after they join the. I never drank coffee before I joined the Navy, but then afterwards I needed Blackout Coffee. And folks, let me tell you something about it. Blackout Coffee isn't just coffee; it's America in a cup. Founded on Christian values, rooted in family, built on the belief that hard-working Americans deserve better than that corporate swill or the Navy swill that I used to get when I was in there. I'm sorry, the bug juice, it just don't cut it. Blackout Coffee is a family business that roasts every batch right here in the US of A. Two roasts that you've absolutely got to try. Morning Reaper, that is a smooth medium roast that kicks off your day without bitterness. And for the dark roast lovers, I got to tell you, this one's my favorite, Brutal Awakening. It's a bold, it's a rich roast, it's got deep flavor, it'll keep you sharp and alert, especially me when I'm on the road going all the way up to Bergen County, New Jersey to get out there and then still making it home in time for Eastern State Penitentiary afterwards. Folks, perfect for serving friends and family around the holidays because let's face it, the best gatherings start with the best coffee. So here's the deal. Go to blackoutcoffee.com/POSO and use promo code POSO for 20% off your first order. That's blackoutcoffee.com/POSO. Support a company that shares your values, supports American jobs, and fuels your freedom one strong cup at a time. Blackout Coffee. So not only did I attend this rally yesterday, we had 1,000 patriots from New Jersey who came out, 1,000 patriots strong. We also, of course, had the great candidate, Jack Ciattarelli, who was out there. He's a business owner. He's a businessman. He comes from the private sector. He's done incredible work there. But I was so excited because, you know this story that's going on. Rutgers University, Dr. Antifa, flees to Spain, blames these students, says he's receiving death threats from these students, blames me. The university's now put the students under investigation. I said, I need to meet some of these students. I got to find out for myself. So I hope they come out. And folks, brace yourselves because one of these terrifying, horrifying, absolute terrorists joined me on stage yesterday in Bergen County, New Jersey. Let's roll the clip.
We have the chapter leader of Rutgers University, Quan, joining us right now here on stage. She's not going to back down, we're not going to back down, and New Jersey's not going to back down. Look at her, folks. She's so terrifying, isn't she? They said that she was the one who terrified a professor to have to run all the way to Europe. Ava, tell us a few words about what's going on since this professor and now the entire university has targeted you and has targeted your chapter.
Well, firstly, when we came out with our petition, we got immense hate from students at the school. Megan and I, who created the petition, we were both sent threatening messages. I was doxxed. They found my mother's cell phone number and were sending it around. It's been awful. And now the school has started an investigation on our chapter, stating that Megan and I, who created the petition, are no longer eligible to hold our positions at Turning Point. Of course, it just happened. I know. And we've been holding these positions the entire year.
Well, like I said, folks, Turning Point USA is not backing down. The students of Rutgers are not backing down. And I'm so excited that the Rutgers chapter student leaders are here to join us on Human Events Daily. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Ava Quan and Megan Doyle from Rutgers University TPUSA chapter joining us. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jack. And I just wanted to say, I appreciate the introduction you gave me yesterday. You really make me seem so menacing and terrifying.
I mean, you were. I mean, all like what, 5'4"? if I'm being
5'2",
generous.
actually.
5'2". Okay.
I
Well,
know,
I think you must have had heels on or
so
something.
Terrified.
Yeah, so terrifying. I said, meet the two of you, and I say these are the ones that he had to flee all the way to Spain for. So let me ask, and I think if I remember this correctly, Megan, were you the one who started the petition? Do I have that right?
Yes, I did start the petition.
So walk me through this. We're in the aftermath of the head of Turning Point USA nationwide gets murdered in front of everyone, in front of everyone's eyes, and it's a serious business. It's very serious business. And you have this professor on campus who's known to you, who's been spreading these violent ideologies for years. He's well known. He was run out of Dartmouth and denounced by the president of Dartmouth. What led you to starting the petition, and what was the initial response?
Seeing when I first started the petition, because we had a lot of members from Turning Point reach out to us, and they were suggesting that we make a petition against this professor because he was promoting political rhetoric. He was biased towards students who had differing political opinions from him. And, Antifa was just declared a terrorist organization by the Trump administration, and he was headlines. He was famously called out by Andy No, and especially you, Jack Ciattarelli, for his Antifa alignment. And especially with him promoting this political rhetoric, this is the kind of rhetoric that got Charlie killed last month. So I felt the need that we needed to petition, we needed to call on Rutgers and ask, why are you hiring this professor? Why is this professor allowed to speak? Why does he have this audience right now? Why is he promoting this political violence? Why is he promoting doxing? Why is he promoting threats? Why is he calling people fascists without proper context in his book? And that's why I started the petition. I wanted to educate non-students, alumni, students, and even donors alike.
Well, and then you see his post here where he mentions Turning Point USA. He mentions myself. Spelled my name right. I appreciate that, Dr. Antifa, commitment to accuracy. Andy No also spelled his name right again. And Fox News, which called him an Antifa financier, which is true, by the way, because he donated half the proceeds of his book to the International Antifa Defense Fund, which is amazing because Antifa, we're told, doesn't exist, but now they also have an international defense fund. I'm not sure how that works. Ava, you've been in the middle of this. You talked about before, you guys get doxxed. Your mom's cell phone gets doxxed, which is horrifying, gets spread around. How has the university responded? What is the university doing? Are they trying to reach some kind of agreement? Are they trying to calm things down? What are they doing?
Well, unfortunately, Jack, they are doing nothing. The only thing that they're doing is investigating our chapter. And even worse, they're investigating our chapter behind Megan and I's backs. It's been in the news, and I spoke about it yesterday at the rally, that they're trying to get Megan and I ousted from our e-board positions at the Turning Point chapter. And they're doing this by emailing our president and stating that, randomly we've become ineligible due to our student statuses. So instead of, coming directly to us, having a conversation with us, and, even seeing if we're okay after all this, instead they're just going behind our backs and trying to oust us from our positions. So it's been very frustrating and really sad to see. So
they're investigating you, and I looked into this thing, and these are like, it's like paperwork stuff. They're saying, oh, you know, you took some classes on this campus, but not this campus. And it's ridiculous. By the way, I'd love to know that if they're saying there's an issue with the campus status, that is that how they promote that campus to all of the people who go there? Is that how they promote that campus to every single student who's taking classes there that they're taking money from? Do they promote that campus as being a lesser status than the other campuses? Because I would certainly hate to find that if Rutgers is actually engaging in fraud and defrauding all the students and the banks and people that are paying tuition into the system, if they're defrauding the system by having them go to a satellite campus, which is actually a quote unquote lesser campus, if that's what they're saying the new standard is. I mean, these are just some of the questions that I think we'd all have to get into if this decision goes forward and this investigation goes forward. And I know that, look, I'm not a lawyer, but you know who are? The Turning Point legal department. And Turning Point has an incredible legal department. And I think that Rutgers can certainly find that out very quickly for themselves if they intend to continue to do so. Look, I want both of you guys to know you absolutely did the right thing. You've done an incredible thing. The work that you are doing is fantastic. And Turning Point headquarters, which I've spoken to in Phoenix, is behind you 100%. I'm behind you 100%. And we are going to defend this chapter the same way that we defend every single chapter around the country. Violent rhetoric, whether from a student or from a professor or whoever it is, has no place on any college campus in America, and it certainly doesn't have a place from a position of authority. And again, what did you do? You launched a petition. It is the most peaceful thing you could possibly do. You put the petition out, you put it up, and you are the ones who have been under threat. We're coming up on a quick break here, but I want everyone to stay tuned because we're going to have more with Ava and Megan, the heroes of the Turning Point Rutgers chapter, and all of the students there are heroes, just like every single member of Turning Point USA. I'll be right back here in Events Daily.